So there's a girl called, her last name is Blue, um, uh, Bonnie Blue. So it's a girl that slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours, I think it was. And someone else slept with 100 men. So we're seeing that culture of just acceptance when it comes to sex and people being a lot more open about it. Now, I'm a believer in freedom of choice. Anyone could do whatever they want as long as they don't harm other people. I think you kind of hinted that you're in the same boat. You can have people can have their opinions on it, but other people could do what they want in their privacy of their own home. But it just feels like culturally, sex is being perceived differently than it was 5, 10, 20 years ago. Can I get your thoughts on that in general? I know this is not what your organization, Trafficking Hub, focuses on, but I want to get your personal thoughts on the industry as a whole, culturally and as a business.
I'm not sure that people are kind of just kind of accepting of the fact that Bonnie is sleeping with 1,000 men. I think the reason why we're talking about it right now is because it's shocking and people are taken aback by it. I don't think if it wasn't so normalized, we wouldn't really be taking notice of it. It would just kind of be going under the radar because it would be so normal, right? The reason why I understand that it actually isn't normal is because there's so much attention on it. And I just think anybody with, anyone who's a thinking person can understand the danger of that behavior and the way from STDs to, I mean, I saw that I don't know, someone that was doing one of those scenes with her actually had to go get surgery for the damage that was done to her body after doing this with so many men. It's just, there's a real actual
What
like
led to
harm
this?
aspect.
It is like, again, I'm pretty open-minded, but when I did the calculation, see, it's a man every minute and a half. I don't know if my math is correct because it's hard to understand. Um, why? Like, what led people to do this? What led
Yeah.
this to make her a famous person?
I can't speak into somebody's kind of mental state or why they actually do something, but kind of just thinking about it from kind of like in a functional way. It's like maybe it's because there's money to be made. Maybe it's because there's so many clicks and views. Maybe because we're in a society today where we see this actually on the porn sites where the more extreme you get, the more views and clicks because people are getting desensitized. There is something real about desensitization where, for example, people who are struggling with porn addiction, compulsive porn use, they say that when they're kind of going down that road, they don't just need more porn. They need more extreme porn. They need something different, more extreme, maybe more violent, maybe younger, in order to get that same dopamine hit that they used to get from something that was more vanilla, right? And so maybe there is something there with regard to, and maybe this isn't just on an individual level. I mean, maybe this is more of society as a whole is getting desensitized to this kind of content in order to have the same reaction, right? In order to get the same views and clicks, we're seeing more and more extreme content. And, maybe it's a money thing. Maybe it's a clicks and views. Maybe it's about traffic. I'm not really sure, but it is a disturbing trend. That's for sure.
It's one I'm starting to dig into, especially since I started preparing for this interview. Um, Laila, my last question to you, and again, I just want to applaud you for what you've done. It's just incredible to be able to bring down such a large corporation. I understand you have people supporting you, but you also don't have a company with 100 people, with a legal team, with legal counsel, with marketers, etc., PR firm, to do all this. And I'm sure you started with a very small team. So I want to applaud you for that. And my question to you is, what could people do? So people right now, I'm sure a lot of listeners here, whether they admit it or not, they go to porn websites, whether on a daily basis or once or twice a year. What's your recommendation to them?